or can it really make things happen in your life? And our special guest this afternoon here on the Ask-Avani Show is Ken Elliott, author and writer of the book called Manifesting 1, 2, 3, and You Don't Need 3. Good afternoon and welcome back, Ken. We have been having a fascinating conversation before the break.
It's fun. We're just getting started.
Now, can I ask you, how did you learn about manifesting yourself?
Well, as I had said before the break, I was sending things in thought to Judy Goodman over and over and over and over and over and over and over. Now, I didn't know I was manifesting. I was just fooling around. This is someone so incredibly gifted. I'd send her something in thought, and she would get it. Well, okay. I had 100% success rate, but so what? I didn't make the connection. So, after I saw The Secret, I realized that people are manifesting things for themselves. They're improving their lives, this and that. But all the experts that I saw there, they didn't know how it worked. They all knew that they had very strong feelings that thought makes things, but no one ever knew what the mechanism was. So here I come along with the mechanism, and that's a game changer. It makes a difference if you believe that water comes out of the faucet most of the time. And if something fails on that, now you're in a life of going to the church of the faucet or going to seminars on how to get water to come out of the faucet, et cetera, and buying books to ensure that you have a continuous flow of water coming to the house. You read this book and you get it. There's not much else you need. Once you learn how thoughts work, once you know that the faucet is hooked up to the water company, the light switch is hooked up to the power plant, once you understand how thought works, then you own it. It's yours. And
but
you can create
so
things in your life. Yeah. It is simple. Yeah. Yeah.
Now, I said this to you, didn't I, off air just now, that there are going to be the cynics out there, the people that say, no, Ken, this doesn't work. And there's going to be the people out there that, as you have said, and can attest to from the testimonials that you have received, yes, it does work. I wish I'd have tried it sooner. My life has changed for the better. I mean, it'll be interesting for people out there to let us know what they think. At Ask-Avani Show, tell us what you think. Are you a believer in manifesting, or do you think, no, that doesn't work and it will never work for me? So you mentioned earlier, Ken, about vision boards and lists. Can you tell us why your procedure is different?
Well, it's simply at the core of all of that. And going back to people who believe or don't believe, I have sort of interesting points of view to some pretty common questions because of this information. Gravity is a natural law. And in the science world, we have that. It's a natural law. Now, I'm making the statement that thought is also a law. It hasn't been proven out by science. But I have a number of friends who can go to the other side and see thoughts take form. Just because we can't measure it doesn't mean it's real, but it's not scientifically proven, yes. There was the giant panda that was a rumor in China right up to the start of the 1900s. And people would bring back a skin, and they thought it was something cleverly made. And Englishmen at the clubs there and the natural history museums funded expeditions to go and find the giant panda. And no one ever came back with a panda anything until a woman went over there, and she went to one of the chieftains over there. He had a panda skin behind where he was sitting, and he took her out and got her a panda, and it died en route, and they thought it was a fake. So she went back and got another panda.
Oh,
and
wow.
Now we believe in pandas, right? But it took a woman to do it. Ha, ha,
ha. Now, okay, so I want to ask you then. Well, I'm sorry, were you going to carry on?
Yeah, well, it doesn't matter if you believe in the panda or not. The panda is real. It doesn't matter if you understand gravity or believe in gravity or not. When you get up in the morning, is the first thing you say, oh, God, please give me gravity in 100% form. Oh my Lord, where is the best air? I'm diving for is it this corner of the room over there? Help me, help me. It doesn't matter if you believe in how you breathe or gravity or not. It exists and it keeps us alive. And your thoughts make things, and it frankly doesn't matter if you believe it or not. It's helpful to have the nice attitude, but you don't have to trip up on that. And your thoughts have already created your life up to this point. There's some destiny involved. Yes. We're on a planet with 7 billion people, so there is coincidence. Maybe not all coincidence has meaning. There's a lot of traffic out there. But we see these successful people, and they have this sort of common thing going on. They know where they're going, or they have a pretty good idea of what they desire. Not everything in their life is chance to maintain that happiness and success. There's something else going on. And that's where this whole manifesting industry started to take form. And I don't say that in a derogatory term. We need to know how this works because it benefits us. We can be better at breathing. We can use gravity to a better extent. But we're already experts at this. It is our birthright.
Wow. So we just don't realize it. So your book is helping us to find the best ways to bring use the tools that are already there, that we already have, and sort of consciously use them almost, so that we know that in doing the things that we're doing, we can really start to make things happen and make them happen maybe faster.
Maybe.
Maybe
maybe
not. Well, you mentioned destiny. I have a question about that for you later, Ken. Definitely. So please. Yeah, because that's one of the questions I had, because sometimes people are going to say, okay, well, hold on, is there an element of it, or is it just fate, or is it fate, destiny, or is it just, can I just manifest and do things? But I want to ask you, what do you say to those people who are negative and criticize manifesting, the ones that say it's not real and it doesn't work?
Well, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. The giant panda is still in the jungle, having a very good time and having breakfast, lunch, and dinner. Thank you very much.
Yeah.
And he doesn't care about what they think either. Gravity doesn't care about what they think.
Uh-huh.
So they may go back and examine. Anybody can examine their lives. There's these places where your life changes a quarter of an inch. Uh-huh. And sometimes it looks accidental. Sometimes it is just hard work. Sometimes it's luck. It's hard to figure out why your life took that huge turn or that important little left or right bend in the road. But occasionally you just scratch your head and go, I was thinking about this little company. I'm working in a big industry, and I'm thinking about, wouldn't it be nice to have a little company or work with some little small enterprise? And wouldn't you know it, that same afternoon, I got a call from someone I haven't met in 20 years, and they just thought of me for this position, and now I'm happy in my career. I thought of a thing, and I got a call 20 minutes later, and what is that about?
I know that sounds really strange, but I have had similar things happen where, like you say, up until a certain particular time, nothing seemed to be going right, but then right at the moment when you needed it, or maybe you said something, because I've said something. In fact, I'll say quickly, Ken, I said jokingly years ago that I wanted to do what we're doing now. I wanted to have my own radio show. I wanted to be able to interview people. And I said that when I was unemployed and I was sitting in the job centre. People in the UK, you know what it's like when you're unemployed. They make you go to these quote unquote courses. We already know that's just a paper pushing exercise anyway, but I you had to go and do these sort of group classes, and a tutor will go around and ask everybody, what do you want to do, what job do you want? And I jokingly said I wanted to have my own talk show. I know you're laughing, but honestly, that is what I said. And now, see, cutting the story very short. Hello. Fast forward to today, and what am I doing? So, isn't that? I know people out there are going to say, "Oh, yeah, she's just saying that." No, this is a true story. I have others, But this is why I was so
Hmm.
fascinated. I wanted to talk to you, Ken, because, I mean, can you tell us what is possible and what is not?
I'll answer that in a different way.
Okay.
What's the difference between a big miracle and a little one?
Mm. So you have to sort of decide for yourself then what you think is possible.
No,
Is that no?
there's no difference between a big miracle and a little one.
Okay.
There's no limit to what you can do.
Mhm.
There's no limit to what you can do.
Fantastic.
We
So
we
people can
we
just
are
listen.
we are inhabiting a space
Mm.
that's governed by natural laws in the physical reality. We're also surrounded by another realm, the spirit realm, and there's plenty of stories about, grandma and grandpa over there. They're doing very well, thank you very much, and they love you and they wish well for you, and on and on and on. The so-called dead people, and and all of that. And I have friends who can see our thoughts taking form in that realm. So apparently, there's no limit to what we can do. Let me say it another way. Since mankind started inventing things on this planet, everything that's ever been invented on this planet, it wasn't an accident, not an act of God, didn't happen naturally. How many inventions are there? Ideas. Trillions
Wow.
upon trillions, billions of trillions, right?
Yeah.
It was every thought began as a wisp of vapor on the other side. And when people continued to revisit that singular thought, it would grow and get more and more form, take on a blush of color, become more and more 3D, and then would become so solid, and that can be a concept. A solid concept looks like a very well-formed cloud.
Mm-hmm.
A not very well-formed concept looks like a wispy cloud. We see the difference in the sky all the time. So when
Yeah.
something gets into full solid form over there, which is simply another dimension that overlaps ours, it comes into our physical realm.
Mm-hmm.
It becomes physical. And when you think of the trillions of inventions, and they were all a puff of smoke first, then the set of possibilities looks unlimited. We're down here creating like gods. I'm not saying that we're gods because I've made the observation, I got to see this in a way that was very clear to me, that we're not dealing with our own chemistry set. Someone has gifted us the ability to make anything we want to make.
Yeah.
Now, if you want to try to be a god, well, you better. I don't know what the wardrobe looks like for that. I don't know what we can do with that, but we certainly have the equivalent of that. We would look like gods if you could see your thoughts appearing in real time, and I've done that.
Right.
So
Wow.
it's common to all of us. We're already doing it. So just relax. You don't have to be a big shot. You don't have to be special or gifted. You're already doing it. So the idea now that you know how it works, and you did just get a key to the kingdom, and we're going to bring this home, illustrate it with stories later on the show, but you already have what you need to make things happen. Now we're just going to very simply, I don't even want to use the word refine. I'm very careful about using words that sound like work or you can trip on them. With this information, we're going to very simply put it to work.
Wow.
And it's going to be, it's a piece of cake because you're already doing it.
So basically you're saying that we as humans, we already have this ability. We've been doing it subconsciously since the day we were born. But is there a time frame for certain things when you say, okay, I would like to be doing something? Do you have to give it a time frame, or can you just keep saying, as you were saying earlier, keep putting the layers on something and then it will just happen when it's supposed to happen because destiny is a part of it?
Yeah. Here's a couple of nice features about thought and how it makes things. Number one, it's not limited. Number two, your thoughts can make the future. There's a concept. Number three, if you're smart, you won't limit what they can do by specifying a time frame. or the who, what, where, when. Your thoughts will create something in the most efficient way possible. So if you want something to happen efficiently, you just specify the